Hey guys, so it's time for another webisode of Discovery with me, Glory Eduzian. And so you guys know that I'm on this purpose P now. I'm always talking about being intentional about life, finding your purpose, all of that. But then something that occurred to me is sometimes you just tell people, oh, find your purpose, find your purpose. But we don't actually tell people how to live intentionally or how to live purposefully. So this is something I've been trying to practice this year. I told you, I think if you guys remember, I had set it as one of my New Year resolutions. So here are some of my discoveries on how to live a purposeful life. The first thing I would recommend to everybody, and then again, I have to always say that this is my opinion, people's opinion would differ, is to read Purpose Driven Life by Rick Warren. Like, I've read a book, honestly, I won't even lie. I've read it so many times. Sometimes I start, I don't finish. Sometimes I finish. Sometimes I start in January, I finish it in October. Just anyhow, I think this was maybe one of the first times or one of the very first few times I actually read it from start to finish within 35 days, thereabouts. And I think the book is such a great book because, again, it demystifies this thing about purpose and shows us that purpose is not about you. In fact, I think that's one of the first opening lines of the book. It's not about you. And for me, it brought home this thing which I like to call otherness and how you think of yourself, how purpose is in relation to other people. It helps you. The book really teaches you to be less selfish, obviously how to communicate better with God, and just to think of other people out beside yourself. So I would definitely recommend that book to anybody who wants to live a purpose-filled life or wants to live purposefully. The second thing I would suggest is make a decision about the kind of life you want to live. You can't live life on purpose unless you decide what that purpose is. You can't be intentional about life unless you have a strategic plan for your life. So something I learned from Ibuku Awosika is to actually have a strategic plan for your life. So you know when you go for interviews and people ask you, where do you see yourself in 5 years? And you say, oh, I see myself as the manager of the company. As in, really, where do you see yourself? Where do you want to be in 5 years? Make a decision about that. And then now start putting things in place to make sure you achieve that. So somebody that wants to go to Abuja doesn't wake up in the morning. Maybe somebody that is in Lagos wants to go to Abuja. Doesn't wake up in the morning and say, okay, so I think I want to go to Abuja on Tuesday. It's Saturday now. Okay. I'll just see Sha. They just go about, do their thing. Then on Monday, I still want to go to Abuja. No, if you want to go to Abuja and you live in Lagos, you either think, okay, so how am I going to get there? Am I going to go by plane? Am I going to use a car? If I'm going to use a car, I have to check the tires of the car, make sure the car is well serviced, check the oil. If I'm going to use a plane, which airline am I going to use? Like, they actually put things in motion. So if we are talking about trips or whatever the case is, how about your life? So actually have a strategic plan for your life. Make a decision, what kind of life do I want? And then put in the steps to achieve that. The third thing is, stop doing things you don't like. Honestly, I think that so many times we say, okay, I want to do A, but we keep on doing B, C, D, E, everything else apart from A. It's so important. Stop doing, if you want to live life on purpose, you want to enjoy your life, stop doing things you don't like. Of course, there are times where you have to do things you don't like so that you can then get to a point where you can do the things you like in the future. Understand those subtle differences. But ultimately, if you can, where you can, stop doing things you don't like. Finally, by this time Next thing is, so you've made a decision about the kind of life you want to live. You stop doing things you don't like. So chances are you already know the things that make you happy. So have the things that make you happy on one side. And then the things that you are doing, look at the two of them. Do they align? So for example, you like sewing, but you work in the bank. You get up at 3 o'clock or 4:30 in the morning to get to work at 6:30. You start work at 7:30. You are working till 8 o'clock or so 7:30. You get home at 9. You are exhausted, you are tired, you go to bed, the cycle repeats itself, and you have no opportunity to sow. So you are living a mismatched life. So you have to find a way where the things you enjoy doing and the things that you are actually doing, slowly they start to match. And it's an iterative process. It doesn't happen overnight. But certainly you have to be purposeful in creating those opportunities for those things to happen. Another thing you have to know if you want to live a purpose-filled life is your strengths. I talk about this all the time. Understand your strengths. Know your weaknesses, understand your strengths, and make sure that you are always in a position where you are using your strengths. Because that will help you build your confidence, it will help you know yourself better, it will help you stretch yourself. It will help so many things. It will help you remove doubts, it will boost your esteem, it will validate you. Working with your strengths is such a big thing, as opposed to always concentrating on your weaknesses. So when you're working in your strengths, you obviously, by this time, you now know, when you work in your strengths, you obviously enjoy it. So those are one of the things that you probably find that you enjoy doing, working within the area of your strength. Then finally, if you want to live a purpose-filled life, for me, pray. Oh, pray some more. Because it's actually a very confusing place. Sometimes it will feel like you're going against the norm. Everybody is going north. You are going southwest. You will feel like you're going completely against the grain. And the only way you can have some clarity, the only way you can have some sort of confidence in yourself and in the path you've chosen, I think, is if you are communicating with the person that created you. This is my opinion. And so my advice is to keep praying, don't stop praying, keep praying. And even if things fail, get up, try again. Life is all about trial and error. Nobody came to earth with all the answers. I hope I've been helpful. As usual, I always ask that question because the reason why I started these vlogs is to actually be helpful, to share my views, share my discoveries, and also to learn. So please do leave a comment in the comment section wherever you're watching this vlog, whatever platform you're watching this vlog. Please leave a comment in the comment section. You can email me at glory@inspiredbyglory.com. I always reply all my emails, even if it takes me a while to do so. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can also put in a notification. So anytime we have a video on this platform, you get a notification to receive, or you get an alert. Well, not a bank alert, but you get like a YouTube notification that we've released a video. And also, you can also visit our blog, inspiredbyglory.com. Until next week, it will be me, Glory Dozian, sharing more on my life's discoveries.